Who are you?
I'm your third mistake.
Then what's my first and second mistake?
Your first mistake was hitting on a stranger in a crowded bar.
Then what's my second mistake?
Your second mistake was trusting a stranger enough to come back to their house. Don't worry, we didn't do anything more than you'd assume two middle schoolers would do together on a date at the movies.
Well, can you tell me how I made the fourth mistake of sleeping on the floor?
So, you don't remember anything, do you? You saved me. Don't think you ripped open your shirt and saved me like a damsel in distress. Just know that even if you don't remember anything, I'll never forget how you saved me last night.
I'm glad I could help, but it doesn't explain me on the floor.
You told me all about yourself. You made me feel comfortable. You made me feel okay. That included laying alone all day on Sunday because it's not a real day and I didn't want to wake up beside you. We came home and I started to lay on the floor, but you wouldn't let me do that. Instead, you said to me, Sundays only start once Saturday nights end. I want to hold you until your night is over, then I will sleep on the floor. So that's what we did. What you did.
Wait a minute. How could I save you last night if I was so far gone I couldn't remember anything? But, excuse me, if I did something good, then I think you'd be eager to tell me about it. Hey?
You're an idiot. Just a freaking idiot. Now just lay there and enjoy your Sunday.
She was the first girl that I held since my ex. That was before, of course, I walked in on her in bed with her quote-unquote hilarious coworker Ed. I still remember everything in perfect detail of the last horrific conversation I had with the girl I thought I knew. It was a Wednesday afternoon. I'd left work early to meet up with an old friend, but in my haste to leave in the evening before, I forgot to grab my things. I walked into her apartment, heading into the bedroom, knowing what I needed was still on the nightstand. I even picked up some flowers to give her for my surprise visit. That's when I walked through the door. There I saw her with the one I was told not to worry about. Clearly just finished. I almost wished I had walked in earlier. Maybe it was the first time. Maybe I could have stopped them before anything happened. Wait, I'm sorry. Sorry? She's sorry? Her words stopped me in my tracks. As I turned, I wiped my eyes to allow space for me to only see red. I unleashed on her a barrage of insults no one who loved her would ever say. I made sure there was no doubt in her mind that no one ever cared about her. I had to hurt her, because she hurt me. Waiting for a response, I watched as she moved closely to my chest, locking eyes with me. I watched as she raised her hand to give me what I had originally came for. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and go, if you're not gonna talk to me.
And go where? Those phone calls you got this morning probably weren't from your mother, were they?
Is this what this is about? You just assume that I have some other person that I cheated on them with you?
Two things wrong with that logic. One, you didn't cheat on anyone with me unless you count hugging. If that's the case, then you, sir, are a dirty, despicable little man. And two, I went through your stuff.
You what?
You shouldn't have your kids as your background. It's a dead giveaway.
Well, what if I'm not with my partner anymore?
Then she either passed away tragically or you're just creepy for carrying your old wedding ring in your coat pocket.
Alright, you got me. But since I have nowhere to go, can I at least lay here for a little while?
Why should I let you? I should kick you out and make you face all that's coming to you.
Well, you said that I saved you from yourself last night. And it doesn't mean I don't remember these things, but it doesn't mean I didn't feel them last night.
Just because you shared almost everything about yourself last night doesn't mean we have to talk about me now. But if you want to share the bed, we can do that. I owe you that much.
That's not fair.
Take it or leave it.
Fine.
So, I know why you drank so much last night, but why didn't you tell me the whole story? All I heard was about the girl and nothing else about the rest of your life.
That's because the rest of my life isn't worth telling. It's hard to talk about anything else that's not on my mind every second of every day.
You know, I kind of know what you're going through. I went through something similar, but our stories have a few contrasts.
I wonder what those contrasts would ever be.
No, really, we were different people looking for love in any place we can find it. We both once understood what it was to be in love and to be loved. Then we lost it, so we went searching for it all over again.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you the full truth last night. At the time, I'm sure I felt like I was afraid to lose that part of my life.
I understand that completely. Recently, I met this girl and instantly fell in love with her. She was so cute, funny, smart, a sarcastic prick. She was perfect for me. We started going out every Saturday night. She never talked to me on Sundays. She'd ignore my phone calls and text messages until Monday. One day, after lunch, she invited me back to her place. When I got there, it all made sense. The wedding ring on the nightstand said it all. Her husband burst through the door to find me with his wife. She chased after him, but had no luck. She came back and looked at me and said she never wanted to see me again, like it was my fault. I loved her, but apparently she didn't love me. That's what you saved me from last night. You saved me from the thought that I wasn't good enough to care about. I was just somebody who was destined to be a part of the in-between, or someone until they found something better.
Sundays have been my escape from living in two worlds. One which happiness was once the only thing that existed, and the other where happiness was killed long ago. Now, on this Sunday, I believe I have found a new life to be happy in. A life which made me forgive myself in a past life. It's hard to understand, but I won't let this feeling go. I'll deal with the consequences tomorrow when my present life reminds me of the problematic life I have led to this point. Sunday from now on will be more than just a gap between 2 days. It will be the day I truly live for, because every day will carry the same euphoric feeling as I feel now. Though she is but a stranger I've found myself beside on a Sunday morning, I know now she is who I've been waiting for.
Why do we do it this way? I can't bury your hand, but I can. We'll just hold on and stay. I'll be your woman.
That's because the rest of it isn't worth telling. It's hard to think about anything that isn't on your mind. What the hell did I just say?